When you picture a really wealthy person, what do you see? Now, what if I told you the truly wealthy? They're the ones you'd never even notice. They're driving normal cars, wearing simple clothes, because they understand a powerful secret about money that keeps them completely invisible and incredibly rich.
And there's the problem. Because the second you start flashing your success around, you paint a giant target on your back. So today, we're going to unpack the superpower of stealth wealth, a kind of strategic invisibility that doesn't just protect you, it actually speeds up your financial growth by keeping you completely off the radar.
All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start by breaking out of what I call the appearance prison. Then we'll dive into the mindset of the truly rich. We'll look at the high cost of being a target, master the psychology behind quiet wealth, and finally map out a clear path to real freedom.
Okay, so our first stop is probably the most common trap people fall into on their way to building wealth, the appearance prison. It's this intense pressure to look successful, and believe me, it comes with a dangerously high price tag. It's a crazy paradox, right? The very desire to look successful is the thing that stops you from ever becoming successful. You buy the status symbols, the car, the watch to build an image, but then that image needs constant expensive maintenance. It almost always starts with the car, but okay, now you need a house that looks right next to that car, and then of course, you need the exotic vacations to post online to go with the house. Before you even know it, you're not building wealth anymore. You're just trapped. You're funding a performance for an audience that, let's be honest, isn't even paying that much attention.
So adopting a stealth wealth mindset is really an act of rebellion. It's you consciously deciding to step off that treadmill. And the math behind it is just so simple. Every single dollar you don't spend on performance is a dollar you can invest, compounding quietly, and working for your ultimate goal, real freedom. So how do you actually get out of that prison? Well, it all starts with a huge shift in your psychology around money. There's this old anecdote called the 3 levels of rich that just nails this mental shift perfectly. Okay, so at level 1, you cut your own grass because you have to, right? At level 2, you pay someone else to do it. And that's a signal. It's a way to feel like you've made it. But then you get to level 3, and you go right back to cutting your own grass. So why? Because you finally realize that true freedom isn't about performing wealth for other people. It's about having the power to do exactly what you want with your time, no matter how it looks to anyone else. And this gets to a core truth of stealth wealth: deep, lasting respect that comes from your character and your actions. It has nothing to do with the logo in your handbag. But look, the cost of being visible goes way beyond just lifestyle spending. When you display your wealth, you open yourself up to a whole new world of external dangers. It changes everything from how people treat you to the actual prices you end up paying for things. I want you to really think about this for a second. If your closest friends, your family, if they knew your exact net worth down to the dollar, would their behavior change? You know it would. All of a sudden, there's this weird power dynamic. Honestly, broadcasting your wealth is one of the fastest ways to poison the genuine relationships that you value the most. This is what we call the target effect. Suddenly, your friends just assume you'll pick up the check. Distant relatives start coming out of the woodwork with their can't-miss business ideas. Your relationships start to feel transactional, and you begin to attract people who are interested in your wallet, not in you. And it's not just your personal life. You literally start paying a wealth tax. When a contractor or a mechanic thinks you're loaded, their quotes can magically inflate by 20%, sometimes even more. We call it the scammer's tax. You're paying more for the exact same service just because of how they perceive you. Flying under the radar means you pay the real price. But here's the thing. Maybe the biggest battle isn't with scammers or relatives, it's with ourselves. The real challenge is winning the inner game against our own psychology, especially that trap of lifestyle inflation, where our spending just keeps rising to meet our income. So there's this well-documented psychological thing called hedonic adaptation. And all it really means is that we get used to things, especially nice things, incredibly fast. That huge upgrade you've been dreaming about, it's only going to give you a temporary little boost in happiness. Just think about buying that new $80,000 SUV. The first week, it's magical, right? Every drive feels like an event. But by month 3, it's just your car. The commute's the same, the traffic's the same. That initial thrill has totally vanished. But you know what hasn't vanished? The payment. That $1,200 monthly bill is very, very real, and it's sticking around long after the new car smell is gone. And that, right there, is the core of the hedonic trap. This is exactly why quiet wealth builders prioritize what we call walking away money over showing off money. Instead of buying a depreciating asset that just fuels anxiety, they build a solid cash reserve that gives them something no luxury good ever can: genuine confidence and the absolute freedom to choose their own path. And that brings us to the most important question of all. What is this all for? What's the point? See, the ultimate goal of building wealth isn't about collecting things. It's about engineering a very specific kind of life. This right here, this is the ultimate prize. True wealth is autonomy. It's having absolute control over your own time. It is the deep, profound freedom of waking up and knowing that your day belongs completely to you, not to a boss, not to a bill collector. And that freedom is bought with every single dollar you didn't spend on the performance. So I'll leave you with this question. Are your possessions serving you, or are you serving them? True prosperity is breaking free from anything that owns your time, your energy, and your future. The path is really simple. Build your wealth quietly and enjoy your freedom privately. Your future self is counting on you to become the millionaire nobody ever sees coming.